Okay, so it was 2 times luck, but I was busy. So I'm still gonna put something out for you. I don't wanna waste all of these I've been collecting. I buy them most of the time that they're available, and I'm playing the game, but I have some stuff to open. It's not that well. This is that much. I was gonna say it's not that much. This is a lot. Uh, but I only have 88 corrupteds. But we're gonna open. Hopefully get something. That unit's not even like amazing or anything. It's like mediocre at best. Wow, one shiny number one crate. That's so cool. I'm gonna open most of these by 25. I might save opening them for 8 for later. I don't have any Monties yet, by the way. He's way rarer this season than Foxy was last season. So I'm probably not going to get all of the possible ones I can. People are selling him for like 10k, which I guess is reasonable for how... so there's one. That's cool. I've opened 100 so far, so good odds. Good odds. I think that's... I think he's 1 in 1,000. So 1 in 500 with luck boost. Not terrible. Pretty good. This is just painful at this point. Not even a shiny in what, 3 things? That's 75 presents? Come on now. Okay, that's cool. So there's 2. I still have 200 left. There's 3. Alright, well, this is going good. Love that. Yeah, once it gets to 100, I'll start opening them at its time, because I don't want this video to be 2 minutes long. I got a lot of comments on the last video. Like, a lot of comments compared to all of my other videos. Wow. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. And yes, for the people who didn't realize, I do use a macro. I am not going to lie to you about that. I have 27,000 wins. I guarantee nobody on the leaderboards doesn't use a macro, because people have lives. I have a job. I go to school. I cannot grind 27,000 wins. Granted, a few thousand of those were grinded by hand before I started using a macro, and I still do play the game. Like, I get a lot of wins by myself, but yes, I use a macro. I'm not gonna tell you I don't, because that's cheap and lame, and I don't like when people do that, so I'm not gonna do it to you. But I feel like it doesn't take away from the game, really, especially for this game, because this game is so grindy, and if I really spent all of my time doing that, I wouldn't have the patience to do the economic part. I wouldn't have the patience to go trade for this or trade for I didn't trade for any of the other things in my hotbar. Actually, I got this yesterday. That was cool. 2 days ago, I opened like 500k worth of coins in the thing, and I actually wasn't expecting to get this. I just used one luck potion and hope for the best. I was honestly just hoping for shiny nightmares. I'm gonna open my corrupteds now, because I don't have any of the shiny nightmares from the banner. So I was just hoping to get one of those, and I pulled an astral, and I was really excited about it. And then I pulled Springlock within like 1,000 souls too. And I think Springlock is... People are saying it's not as good as Vengeance, but oh my god. People are saying it's not as good as Vengeance, but on a unit like OMC or Astral Bonnie, I feel like it's way better because it only reduces their cooldown by a super small margin. And I got Springlock on an OMC when Springlock came out, but I traded that away for a Vengeance OMC, so I kept my OMC and I got like a couple shiny units out of it. I got a shiny Vengeance mechanic, and I didn't have a shiny one before, so I thought that on top of a shiny overclock phone guy was Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's no way. That's insanity. That's crazy. Are you serious? I still have 24 minutes on this luck potion. What am I going to use? I mean, does it work for enchantments? I might as well enchant this. Less than 400 exist? That's incredible. That's actually insane. I can't believe that. I'm actually dumbfounded. That's like. I only had 88 this time. Last time I had like 300. I guess I'm just gonna talk while I enchant this. Um. Oh, that's. I don't even know what to say. That's like. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. I. Wow. That. I'm really happy about that. Okay. I don't know what else to say. I'm actually just flabbergasted. Um. I don't remember what I was saying. Uh. I think I finished my spiel about my macro, but um, that is how games stay alive in Roblox, by the way. So for the people who are upset about it, I'm sorry, but this game wouldn't be alive without people using macros. The leaderboards are full of people who use macros. Being Gaming uses a macro. It's I understand that it's not fair to console players, but you have to understand that for a game to keep growing, it has to have speed, and it has to keep a pace at which people are doing things. And if nobody was using a macro, it would just take way longer. And nobody used to use a macro, and I played in those times. I've been playing since the first week the game was out. Like, it was just so slow. And back then everything was still new and it was fine, but nowadays when they can't pump out 40 new units an update and it's not brand new anymore, you have to understand that people have to grind for these souls, and nobody's doing this by hand. Nobody's grinding 33,000 souls by hand. I guess within the whole span of when I played the game, I've probably grinded more souls than that by hand. But that's been what, 7 months now? It came out in June or something. If if there was no macros, this game wouldn't be alive, and I will stand by that. So I understand that if you're playing on console, it's not fair. PvP is never going to be fair for you. And I understand why you're upset about that. But without it, it wouldn't be possible. And I also don't play ranked because I do find it unfair sometimes. And I don't want to do that to somebody who's just trying to play the game. I do want me a Dark Knight puppet though, and that gilded puppet's pretty cool. I still haven't seen any videos that explained what the passive does, but it's a really cool unit. And it looks amazing. Like, they're really good at the models in this game. That's another thing about this game is they make their models really well conchained or conchained compared to other tower defense games. Like, I'm not trying to say anything bad about other tower defense games because I've played a good majority of the more popular ones, and I've even played a lot of the smaller ones. Like, what was that game called? It didn't last very long, but it was really fun. Mouse Cheese TD or something. It got really big and then died almost immediately, but it was really fun while it lasted. And I haven't used a macro for any other game on this platform, but it was still fun. It's just that those models aren't as complex nearly as how amazingly detailed the units in this game are. It's so incredible to me how well their team puts together all of these units and manages to make them wildly different from each other. Like, even Tarnished Fredbear and Tarnished Spring Bonnie look really good, but they're slightly altered variations of the other units. And it still works because they model them differently enough that these have their own personality. This has its own thing compared to the regular Fredbear. And the Tarnished Spring Bonnie is like a whole new character that you wouldn't have expected to see when regular Spring Bonnie came out, because Spring Bonnie was just a damage booster. But it's so unique, and like the way that they do units is so unique. And it gets to a point where if your units aren't modeled amazingly, it's not that unique anymore. And it's just one unit copy and pasted over to another, which I guess for exclusives and stuff, I wouldn't necessarily mind if it was just like a copy and paste with slightly better stats and a cool skin, which is basically what a lot of other games have done. But it's different because this is Five Nights at Freddy's, and they have so many more options than another game that's like based around something super random. Like Five Nights at Freddy's has a whole character sheet that you can pull up, and you just go down that list and you make a character based off of that. Wait, why are people talking to me in chat? Hang on, I didn't even... As I was saying, Five Nights at Freddy's is a whole list of things that most other tower defense games don't have. So I think they took a really good approach to this and got it in the way that they did, because like Fntd, the original, was... I'm not going to say it was a bad game, because it was a good game, and they had good ideas. Their models were just not nearly as complex as these. And in this game, they have a whole team doing it, and a lot of other games there's just small indie, just a few guys maybe. And I understand that Hyper has... it's a whole team. Hyper has his own team, and they do a really, really good job at it. Like, Matic is the best Roblox animator that I've seen ever. Like, I've never seen somebody animate better than Matic animates, like Old Man Krampus, for example. The way that the idle animation is and how it just spins at random, and he managed to make it so that when it's flying, it's so smooth that it's like it doesn't look choppy, and it looks well made because it had thought and he put passion into it. A lot of other games are just doing it because they see other tower defense games and they're like, oh, I want to do that. But this game is much different than that. And I haven't pulled Vengeance yet. So if I don't pull Vengeance by the 10-minute mark, I'm probably going to end it here and get Vengeance on this. Or Springlock now. I forgot about Springlock. I'll get that in my own time. But this has been a wild one. I really didn't expect to get that. And I got 3 Monties, I think. 3 or 4. I don't actually remember. I'll check that. But a shiny OMC. I would not have expected to get that after my last opening, not even having a shiny. I got 2 OMCs out of my last opening and there was 300. And I pulled 2 in this one, and one of them was a shiny, and I had less than 100. So, I mean, sorry for the late post, but I hope it was worth it. I also recently hit 100 subscribers. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot. I didn't expect to hit that as fast as I did at all. And my videos have been getting a lot more traction than I thought they would. And I just want everybody to know I appreciate that. And thank you for watching. It makes me very happy that people will actually stick around, even if they're just sticking around to wait till I get something good so they can offer for it in my comment section. I appreciate it, but I'm more than likely not going to respond to you if you offer something in the comment section, because I get so many of those, and there's a whole Discord server for that, and I can't keep up with the Discord server and my comment section trying to offer for my units. I am making my own Discord server, so I will have a place in there where you can join and try to offer for one of my units. So don't think that that's out of the picture. It will happen soon. I just have to figure that whole thing out because I've never actually made a server. But people who comment and tell me how they just appreciate the video and they're happy that I'm doing it and it made them happy to watch it, that's like my favorite thing, and I appreciate all of that. It makes me really happy to just see somebody in my comment section telling me that it was good. And that can be all it is this video was good. Thank you for posting it. And it still is so uplifting, and I appreciate that. I'm not gonna get into that. If you saw the comment section of my last video, you will know what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's other places for that. If you haven't seen my avatar, I'm wearing a necklace. It has a letter on it. That letter is not the first letter of my name. Don't do that in my comments. Thanks though. Appreciate it. God, now I'm sidetracked. That was a whole thing. That was a whole thing, and it was weird, and I didn't know how to feel about it. If you are gonna send something in my comment section that is unrelated, I will have a Discord server, and you can ask me questions there. And I try to get to them in the comment section, but sometimes I'm just busy. And like I said, I go to school, and I have a job, so I'm not always immediately available to respond to my comments, but I appreciate all of them. Even if I don't respond to it, or it's a trade, and I do respond to it, and it's not that good of a response, I try to heart comments if I don't respond to them, or if it's not a trade. I'm gonna be honest, if you trade me, or if you offer to trade me in my comment section, 9 times out of 10, I'm either not gonna read all the way through the offer, or I'm just gonna read the offer and not want anything to do with it. Appreciate it though. When I need a unit, I usually just go to the Discord server and ask for it, and I send a picture of my inventory. And most of the time, I get 3 or 4 DMs asking to trade for that unit. So if I really want a unit, I will get it. However, I do. And if it is a unit that I want, like somebody was offering me Astral in my last one as an example, I did want that. I gave an offer, but it obviously wasn't a great offer. It was like 4 Black Eyes Freddy's or something. And I don't remember if he ever responded, but I don't blame him if he didn't. It's like half the time if I get a DM on Discord from the trading plaza or the trading channel, and it's something that's like not even relatively something that I want, I will sometimes just ignore it. I try not to do that anymore. I used to do that with most of them, and then I started feeling bad because I started getting double trades from offering in the trading server, and then I realized I should probably respond to them. But I will have a Discord server for that. Okay, we're at 9 minutes ish now. Oh, there goes my phone. So I appreciate you for watching. I am gonna enchant this in my own time. Oh, it got way more laggy after I did that. Okay. Will you stop opening? What is going on? I appreciate that. Everything. If you're just commenting because you appreciated it, thank you. If you are here at this point, I appreciate everything. Everything you guys have done. Getting me to 100 within a few months was not at all something I thought would happen. And the last few videos that I've posted have just blown up. And I don't know how it's happening, but I love it. And I love that you guys are enjoying it. So, above all else, thank you. If you don't like it, comment, tell me. I'll try to fix it. Don't do what that person was doing though. I am probably not going to respond first, and I don't want to deal with that. So, just don't do that. Thanks though. Appreciate the compliment. Wow. I didn't expect this. Thank you. If you're here at this point, like, subscribe, get that algorithm to get more people over here. Maybe I'll start doing giveaways once I hit a certain margin. And I know a lot of people have been asking for a giveaway, especially since I got the second OMC last video. Now both of them have vengeance, but I also have a third one and a shiny one now. So I might start doing giveaways. So if you want to be a part of that, share my content. Appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.